commerce. And it was unable to address the threat to our security from a narco-terrorist dictator in Venezuela. Instead, it took American special forces to bring this fugitive to justice. In a perfect world, all of these problems and more would be solved by diplomats and strongly worded resolutions. But we do not live in a perfect world, and we cannot continue to allow those who blatantly and openly threaten our citizens and endanger our global stability to shield themselves behind abstractions of international law which they themselves routinely violate.
That's right. Other countries break the rules, so why should we be bound by them? It's the argument every kid makes in the playground. They started it. But here's what Rubio is actually doing. He's not saying international law needs better enforcement. He's not saying the system needs reform so the rules apply equally. He's saying the rules themselves are the problem. He calls them abstractions of international law. The Geneva Conventions, the UN Charter, frameworks built on top of millions of dead bodies, specifically so there would be rules. And Rubio calls them abstractions, obstacles, things people hide behind.
To shield themselves behind abstractions of international law.
And the examples he chooses are telling. He's bragging about bombing Iran and sending special forces into Venezuela, and presenting those as proof that unilateral force works better than diplomacy. The message to this room, full of European leaders, isn't let's fix international law, it's let's stop pretending it matters. International law is only real when it serves us. When it doesn't, it's an abstraction.
Abstractions of international law.
When it might hold our allies or us accountable, it disappears. So when Rubio says he wants allies who aren't shackled by guilt,
this is why we do not want our allies to be shackled by guilt and shame.
What he means is he wants allies who won't ask uncomfortable questions about human rights, about international order, about accountability. The guilt he's telling Europeans to shed isn't some abstract historical burden. It's the very moral framework that was built painstakingly and imperfectly because of the horrors of colonialism and World War. The institutions, the norms, the agreements that said never again. Rubio is telling them, actually, let's stop saying that. Now, just in case there's any ambiguity about what this means, he goes further.
And the only fear we have is the fear of the shame of not leaving our nations prouder, stronger, and wealthier for our children. An alliance ready to defend our people, to safeguard our interests, and to preserve the freedom